Okay, Hestia is laying down the frickin' law, man. She is laying down the line. She is letting all these other tramps know she is best girl. Don't go near her man, okay? And you can't blame her because Belle's harem is frickin' on fire itself. It's a frickin' wildfire. This thing is going out of control now. That harem is something else. That's a sight to behold. So, yeah, Hestia's got to do something. But, on topic. So, anyway, this week's episode starts off with Belle and Lily making their way back to Belle and Hestia's place, and Hestia gets to meet Lily face to face, and gives her a stern talking to, lays down the law about Belle, and then, in a way, kind of forgives her, but straight up tells her, hey, I don't like your ass, So, anyway. And that's so she goes to start hugging on Belle in front of Lily, and much to my surprise, Lily responded by latching on to him too. I didn't think she'd do that, but sure enough, and man, she's got some cojones to do that right there to Hestia. So she's standing up to her. She's fighting for her man, even though she's got some cojones to do that to Belle after what she did to him last week. That was pretty bullcrap. I still haven't got over that. I'm pretty shocked he's forgiven her so easy because I couldn't have done that. But anyway, fast forward a little further. He finally gets to meet Eyes face to face because, as you know, she saved him in like the first episode, and he really likes her, but he likes her so much he can't confront her because he runs away like a chicken every time he gets an opportunity. And even in this week's episode, he tried to run away, but Eyes was like, hell no, you're not getting away this time. And she does like a freaking somersault in front of him and blocks his escape. So they finally get to talk and clear up some misunderstandings and whatnot, which ultimately leads to Eyes training Belle, which was pretty cool because when it comes right down to it, you can be like, Belle is growing stronger, and he's gotten nice armor and weapons now, but I always thought, like, he doesn't really have any... You can't just improve his skill as a fighter, though, on its own. They can pull this other stuff with magic and weapons and stuff, but his actual technique is something he's got to do on his own. And that was addressed in this episode, and he's being taught by Eyes, which was hilarious on its own, because she just kept kicking the hell out of him. He kept getting like a boot to the face, like every couple seconds. I swear to God, he'd get knocked unconscious, wake up in her lap, freak the hell out, get knocked out again, get back up, get knocked out again. So that was hilarious all on its own right there. So, but it's cool to see those two finally getting to talk and hang out because he's finally forced to meet her. So that was really good. And another part with this episode, which was really weird because there's like no explanation behind it, is there's this guy in like the dungeons messing with a minotaur and literally just messing with it. The minotaur tries to kill him and he just like grabs the sword with his hand and like snaps it in half and then throws him a blade, and then this minotaur keeps trying to kill him with it, but this dude's like wrecking this minotaur. He is fucking this minotaur up. Like, this minotaur is his bitch. But this minotaur, man, he's like a little engine that could. He's not giving up. He still at least keeps trying until he gets frustrated and he charges the guy. And the guy just like freaking snaps off a freaking horn. And I was like, damn, this minotaur's getting wrecked. That's pretty screwed up. Like, just don't toy with it. Just go ahead and kill the damn thing. It's obviously lost a long time ago. It was screwed from the beginning. And I knew that minotaur was fucked when he grabbed the sword and snapped it in half with his bare hands. Well, that minotaur's fucked. But, besides that, so then we see Belle and Lily back on what appears to be the 10th floor of the dungeon again, because it looks just the same as last week's episode, so I'm assuming it's the 10th floor. And Belle's apparently getting better with his training with Eyes because he was getting surrounded. He was really getting into it, doing hand-to-hand combat with him and keeping an eye on his blind spots and everything. And when they really had a bunch of enemies up against him, a bunch of orcs and all these other like goblin weird little dudes, he instead of running, he just charged the bastards head on. So I got to give him props for that, So Belle is definitely progressing. That's pretty cool to see. But other than that, the only main thing to this episode worth mentioning is that Minotaur and that guy. For some reason, at the end, the Minotaur, like, starts turning red, and he snaps the guy's weapon in half, finally. So, there's something going on there. My personal belief is, obviously, the main character always has to deal with everything. So, Belle will eventually deal with this Minotaur. And as you know in the first episode, he fought a Minotaur. That's what, like, almost killed him, and I saved him from. So, I think he'll deal with this Minotaur, and it'll be kind of like overcoming what almost killed him before, is what I'm expecting the ending to be to that. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out next episode. Yeah, that's my overall thoughts and opinions of this week's episode. It was a good episode in my personal opinion. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for 3 main points I like. 1, we have Eyes finally joining the harem bandwagon. 2, we've got Belle getting stronger. And 3, we've got this setup with the Minotaur, which should prove to be interesting in the following week or 2. But what did you guys think? Do you think it was a good episode, a bad episode, a meh episode? So yeah, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd love to see them. If you thought my review was good, leave a thumbs up. That'd be cool as well. And if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be amazing. I'm Myra Yasha. Peace out, guys.